In biology, we are discussing about the non-specific body defenses. We already discussed inflammatory response and phagocytosis. Now we are going to discuss blood clotting as a defense mechanism. We are familiar with this clotting of blood. This is a chemical process to prevent the excessive bleeding and the entry of germs through the wound. When a wound occurs, excess amount of blood is lost through it and the area become damaged. The damaged cells and platelets at the site of wound regenerate to form a thromboplastin. With the help of calcium ions and vitamin K, thromboplastin converts prothrombin into thrombin. Thrombin converts fibrinogen to fibrin fibers. Look at the fiber-like fibrin in the blood. In this network of fibrin fibers, the red blood cells and platelets get entangled at the site of wound to create a blood clot, which prevent the flow of blood. This is the flow chart of complete process of blood clotting. You can write in your notebook using this graphical representation for the process of blood clotting. What is the importance of blood clotting in defense mechanism? It prevents the loss of blood through wound and checks the entry of pathogen through wounds. For preparing a short note on blood, you must follow these points: formation of thromboplastin, role of calcium and vitamin K, role of thrombin, formation of fibrin fibers and formation of blood clot. This is followed by the healing of wounds. Is there a wound scar remains in all cases? When a wound heals, new similar tissues are formed in the place of the tissue damaged or lost by the wound. In such situation, the wound scar does not remain. When new similar tissues cannot be formed, the connective tissues heal the wound. In such situation, the wound scar remains. This is the process of wound healing. This is a common doubt. Is fever a disease? What is fever? Fever is a condition when the body temperature rises above the normal level, that is 37 degrees Celsius or 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Now, what are the activities related to fever? Pathogens enter the body through air and through water, or from the surface where we touch. Here pathogens stimulate white blood cells with their toxins and produce certain chemicals. These chemicals produced by the white blood cells, they increase the body temperature. They engulf and destroy the pathogens. The rate of multiplication of pathogen decreases. Thus, this is the process of fever. Then what is the benefit of raising body temperature? It reduces the rate of multiplication of pathogen and also increase the effect of phagocytosis. Thus, fever is a defense mechanism of our body. So, we must know the normal body temperature, cause of raising of the body temperature and the benefits of raising body temperature. Then why do we take medicines during fever? When infections becomes uncontrollable, the body temperature rises tremendously. If the rise in the body temperature persists for a long time, it badly affects the internal organs, including the brain. Thus, we take medicine to reduce the body temperature during fever, but it is advisable to treat after diagnosing the exact reason. Thus, the non-specific body defense is the mechanism that protects us from all pathogens without considering their characteristic features. Blood clotting, healing of wounds, fever, etc. are non-specific defense mechanisms. Thank you.